In the wild, survival is never guaranteed. One single decision can cost everything. The brown bear is the only animal here that the wolves truly fear, because it is the strongest, and it knows it. And yet, the alpha does not give way. He circles, he presses forward, he tries to harass the bear, to push it back, to defend what is left for his family. He is tired, weakened, but he stands his ground. He wants to show his children that he is still the leader. Louve watches him. She is his companion, the one who has hunted beside him through the hardest days of winter. Their bond is for life, but the bear does not stop. There is no mercy here, no hesitation, no second chances. Alpha's strength falters, his breath shortens, the snow beneath him shatters under the weight of the struggle. How did it come to this? The last days of winter. Winter is coming to an end, and almost nothing remains to eat. Many animals are weakened, slowed by hunger, searching for even the smallest trace of food. It is the hardest time of the year, when every body is thin, every movement costs strength, and survival is uncertain for all. A young deer moves carefully, driven not by curiosity, but by desperation. Hunger pushes him forward, yet danger follows every step. In this same territory, a female wolf is also hunting, but she is not alone. She has gathered her entire family around her, a pack bound by blood, instinct, and the discipline of survival. Louve leads them, and beside her stands her mate, the alpha male, the father and protector of the group. Together, they have guided their family through the unforgiving winter, sharing the work of tracking prey, guarding territory, and teaching the young. But hunger sharpens everything now. The young deer they follow is not an easy target. Yet Louve is patient, observant, steady. She knows when to move and when to wait. At her signal, the hunt will begin. In the thin, cold light of late winter, every breath hangs visibly in the air. Every heartbeat feels louder than the wind. Food is scarce. The pressure rises. Survival allows no mistakes. The law of the hunt. The young deer is the first to sense the threat. He has never seen a wolf before, yet he knows what is coming. It is in his blood, carried through generations of survival. He breaks into a run, hooves crashing into the snow, and the herd follows him in a surge of panic and instinct. The wolves begin their pursuit, but they do not chase blindly. Louve leads them with patience. She does not race ahead, she observes. The young deer uses the only strategy that gives him a chance. He dives directly into the middle of the herd, letting his body dissolve into the rhythm of the others. He becomes one shape among many, impossible to isolate. This is his trick, ancient and effective, and for a moment, it works. Louve sees him disappear, and she does not waste energy on the impossible. Instead, this is exactly what she wanted. In the chaos, she can now see what the herd tried to conceal. One deer is sick. Its stride is uneven, slower, weakened by winter. It falls behind the others, unable to match their speed. That is the one Louve chooses. She shifts direction, and the entire pack shifts with her as one single body, guided by instinct and discipline. They are not hunting for glory, not to prove strength. They are preserving strength. The young deer escapes, but the sick one cannot. The wolves close the distance quickly now. The takedown comes with precision, not frenzy. And when the deer falls, the chase ends. There is no waste. The family gathers for their first meal in days. Hunger softens, breathing steadies. What happened here is not cruelty, it is balance. By eliminating the sick, the wolves prevent disease from spreading through the herd. This is their role in these mountains, a role shaped by the land itself. Survival is not about the strongest dominating the weak. It is about the ecosystem remaining whole. Louve knows this, and her family lives because of it. The silent challenge. The hunt is over. Snow has settled again, and the forest grows quiet. The wolves gather around the carcass, breathing hard, steam rising from their bodies in the cold air. Hunger sharpens every instinct, but even hunger has rules. In this family, the parents eat first. The alpha pair, Louve and her mate, always begin the meal before the others. It is not dominance for its own sake. It is the logic of survival. The leaders must stay strong, because the survival of the entire family depends on them. The young wolves know this. They have lived under these rules since they were born. But today, something shifts. The eldest son moves forward before his turn. He does not wait. He steps closer to the carcass, to the place reserved for his parents. His body language is subtle, but unmistakable. He lowers his head, not in submission, but in assertion. He challenges without teeth, without sound, without violence. And that is enough to change everything. Louve sees it. She does not react. She watches. Her mate, the alpha male, says nothing. He does not growl, does not correct, does not push his son back into place. He simply stands. And in that silence, something breaks. The pack feels it. The shift is almost invisible, but it is real. Strength in a leader is not just muscle or teeth. It is the ability to hold the center, to maintain the invisible lines that guide the group. Today, the line wavers. The eldest son eats sooner than he should. The others glance toward the alpha, waiting for the old command to return. It does not. The moment passes quietly, swallowed by snow and hunger. But power never disappears. It simply moves. And now, for the first time, it begins to move away from the father. Not in a fight, not in a roar, but in silence. This is how a leader begins to fall without a sound, while everyone is watching. The cost of courage. The smell of blood does not stay close to the ground. It rises, carried by the wind across the frozen slopes and through the silent valleys. And in these mountains, there is one animal who follows that scent with confidence, not caution: the brown bear. The wolves have only one true competitor here. The bear fears nothing, because he is the strongest, and he knows it. The pack senses his approach before they see him, and their bodies prepare to withdraw. This is not a fight they can win. One by one, they step back, creating distance, choosing safety, choosing to live. But Alpha does not move. He stands between the bear and the carcass, the last barrier between hunger and survival. Today, he refuses to yield. He circles the bear, lunging in sharp, controlled bursts, snapping not to kill, but to disrupt, to distract, to break the bear's focus. He is not trying to defeat him. He is trying to make the bear give up. It is a dangerous strategy, one that demands strength, speed, and precision. But Winter has taken much from him. The bear turns, heavy and unstoppable, and the impact is not loud, but it is final. Alpha pulls away, breathing hard, his body strained, his strength fading. Yet the bear hesitates, annoyed, frustrated, unwilling to waste energy. In this standoff of will and hunger, the bear eventually leaves, choosing easier meals over effort. The pack keeps their food. They live another day. But there is a cost. Alpha stands, but not as he once did. His stance is weaker, his breath uneven. The effort has drained him. The injury is real. And in a pack, weakness is never invisible. The others watch. They do not challenge him. They simply understand. Something has changed. The fall of a leader does not begin with a defeat. It begins with the moment he can no longer hide his exhaustion. From here, everything that follows is already in motion. Loyalty beyond survival. Alpha is no longer the wolf he was. The strain of confronting the bear has taken hold of him, deep and quiet, weakening him with every step. His breathing grows heavier, his movements slower, until the effort of simply standing becomes too great. Eventually, he collapses, sinking into the snow, his strength falling away like the last warmth of winter. The pack watches. They do not ignore him, nor do they gather around him. They simply understand what nature has already decided. A leader who cannot lead can no longer remain at the center. The eldest son steps forward, not with aggression, but with certainty. The others recognize the change at once. Their bodies turn toward him, their direction shifts. Without ceremony, without sound, the pack begins to move on, following the new alpha. This is not cruelty, this is survival. The mountains accept no hesitation, no sentiment that interrupts the relentless movement of life forward. but Louve does not move. She remains beside her companion, the mate she chose for life. The bond between wolves is not temporary. It is built through every hunt, every night of cold, every shared step through winter's hunger. And now, when the pack leaves, Louve stays. She watches his slow, failing breaths. She lowers her head to him, not to urge him to rise, but simply to be there. There are no gestures of farewell in the wild, only presence and the quiet understanding of an ending that cannot be avoided. In a world ruled by hunger and instinct, there are still bonds that defy explanation. Louve does not leave, not until the end is complete. The snow settles around them and the mountains remain silent. The pack continues toward the future, but for Louve, time has paused. She will rejoin them only when the last moment has passed, when there is nothing left to protect except memory. This is not the fall of a leader. It is the final movement of a life shared, of loyalty that outlives survival. The next generation rises. While Louve remains beside her fallen companion, the pack moves on. They do not pause, they do not look back. Their lives must continue, because in the mountains, hesitation is a luxury that cannot be afforded. The eldest son leads now, his posture steady, his direction clear. The others follow him without question. Leadership has shifted entirely, quietly, as naturally as snow melting into rivers. But a pack is not held together by a single leader alone. It is held by the pair at its center, the two who ensure the future of the family. While Louve is absent, another change begins to take shape. One of her daughters comes into heat. It is triggered not by time alone, but by the absence of the former breeding female. When the place of the mother opens, the body of the daughter answers. She becomes the one who will carry the next generation. Her scent changes, her position changes. The pack recognizes her not as a sister anymore, but as the new alpha female. There is no ceremony, no conflict, no need for declaration. The transition is as quiet as breath. The eldest son leads, the daughter will give birth, and the cycle that winter had threatened to break begins once more. Life pushes forward with unbroken momentum. Louve will return to a pack that is no longer hers to lead. The place she held is filled, not out of betrayal, but necessity. In these mountains, nothing stops. Not grief, not memory, not love. The world does not pause for the fallen. It grows around the absence, reshaping itself without hesitation. One leader has fallen, another has risen, and from that rise, new life will come. This is not a story of loss. It is the story of continuity. The story of how life persists even when the heart breaks. The wolves do not mourn by stopping. They honor by surviving. And soon, when spring returns, the mountains will echo with the voices of new pups, children of the new alpha pair, heirs to a legacy shaped by hunger, courage, love, and the quiet passing of eras in the snow. What remains? The mountains fall silent again. The snow covers all tracks, all struggle, all memory, as if the world wishes to hide what is taking place here. Alpha is gone. Louve returns to a pack that has already moved forward. Leadership has changed. Roles have shifted. Life continues without pause, without waiting for the heart to catch up. The eldest son now stands where his father once stood. The daughter prepares to bring new life into the world. A new season is coming, and with it, voices that have not yet been heard. Yet, the echo of what happened remains, quiet but unbroken. Was Alpha's final act a mistake, or the truest form of leadership? In the wild, survival is everything. Yet, love, loyalty, and sacrifice still exist even here. They simply do not speak. They are shown and remembered. If this story moved you, stay with us for the next chapter, where we follow the rise of the new Alpha and the world he must now learn to lead.